Welcome back to Free Play Arcade, the show where I find interesting games that you can play for free. While taking my usual stroll through the free games of itch.io, I stumbled upon a game called Momodora I, which claimed to be a cross between Cave Story and Mega Man. Me being myself, playing this game immediately became my top priority. I downloaded the game and was treated to what felt visually and mechanically like a love letter to Cave Story, but with more focus on arcade platforming, and less on narrative-driven story. Momodora I is an adventure game by Ardian about an orphan named Isadora who goes on a quest to resurrect her mother. Along the way, she fights increasingly dangerous enemies, collects weapon upgrades, and keeps an inventory of various artifacts. Throughout the game, there are frequent opportunities to collect upgrades, but some can be easily missed or overlooked if you aren't careful. I personally missed getting the shield upgrades simply by falling down a hole and progressing too far. Let me just say, this game looks like Cave Story. The enemies, weapons, and environments all look like they would fit right into Cave Story, and that's not a bad thing at all. I do take issue with a few of the palette choices, which interfered with the clarity of environment elements early on in the game. For example, there were a few times where I wasn't sure which pillars of blocks were in the foreground and which were in the background. The music of this game is also very heavily inspired by Cave Story. It's got that same noisy and thumping chiptune music going on that I find absolutely enjoyable, if not a tad on the loud side. In Momodora I, you will find no controller support, so unless you're using an external application like Joy-to-Key, you're going to be using a keyboard, which is usually just fine by me. Inputs can feel unwieldy at times, and I'm not sure if it's just me or the poor rollover on my cheap, mono-price keyboard. But there's a lot of weapon and item switching that caused me a few minor issues. I frequently wished I could switch weapons in my inventory a la Mega Man, instead of needing to cycle through them in the moment and discerning which weapon each tiny icon was. Momodora I went on to spawn a series of games, and even a game company called Bomb Service. There are currently 4 Momodora games, but only the first 2 are free. That being said, the third game is only $2 and comes with a Steam key at purchase. And the fourth game, which is also on Steam, is only $3. That's a whole lot of gaming for just $5. Although I have yet to play any of the other games in the series, based on screenshots from the second game and trailers for the third and fourth games, this appears to be a passionate developer who is constantly improving their craft. Play Momodora I because it's a fun and challenging adventure, but also enjoy the game series as the journey of a game developer.